What is good, you guys? Welcome back to the Report. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Victor Oladipo dropping a 40 piece in the last game of the Heat season. We're going to be talking about the potential first round matchups for the Miami Heat being between two teams. We're going to be talking about the playoff rotations, but most importantly, the whole video is mainly going to be about Victor Oladipo, because man, he showed tonight that he has a lot in the tank, and that he is not washed as some people might think he is. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Another thing before you get right into it, I will be dropping play-in predictions on my second channel, so please go hit the link in the description, pinned comment. My second channel will be there. Go hit up that second channel. See, I've already dropped 3 videos. Go show love to all of them. Hit that subscribe button. You guys do not want to miss out, because that's going to be my NBA channel apart from the Heat. So play-in predictions will be on that channel, because I'm excited to talk about the play-in, because the regular season is basically over. But yeah, Victor Oladipo, man, the Heat obviously lost tonight because they basically played their G League team. Apart from Victor Oladipo, it was just a bunch of guys who were just on two-way contracts, like Javonte Smart, Michael Mulder, Haywood Highsmith was recently converted. Yeah, Victor Oladipo really stole the show, man. This guy dropped 40 points, and he was doing it effectively too. Like in the first half, he dropped 25. He was amazing tonight. He was really good. And in the last 2 games that he's played, he's dropped 21 and 40. And he's making a strong claim to be part of the Heat's rotation in the playoffs. I certainly think he should be. I don't know how you're gonna figure it out, but you cannot just let a guy who dropped 40 points just sit on your bench, bro. This guy is a weapon. And whether it's a situational role for him or whether he has an actual rotational spot, I do want to see him get playoff minutes, because I think he brings a dynamic to our team that a lot of people do not. We don't have that many people who can beat a guy off the dribble. Victor Oladipo can do that, because as much of injuries that he has picked up over the past couple of years, he still has that quick first step that he can explode past people if he wants to. He did that to Markelle Fultz many times tonight. He was showing his first step, getting to the paint, drawing defenders, and then dishing it to the big for easy points, or getting to that mid-range pull-up floater and getting to the free throw line. He brings a dynamic to our offense that I don't think a lot of people on our team do. Jimmy can do it, Tyler sometimes can do it, but a lot of people on our team can't beat a guy off the dribble based on pure speed. And Victor Oladipo, in his prime, was one of the fastest people in the NBA, and even now, he doesn't look like he's lost too much pace. So I think you have to play a guy like him. I understand, Vincent, Duncan, they bring the spacing, but I think Victor Oladipo has really improved his 3-point shot from the past, because he's a sniper right now, man. He is knocking down almost every 3 he's taking. He's shooting 40% from 3 in the games that he's played so far. So he's definitely showing a revamped jump shot, and that is important for him. I'm sure the coaching staff told him that if you're going to come back this season, we're going to need you to develop your 3-point shot, because you're probably not going to have the ball in your hands as much as you did in the past, because we have so many good players on this team. And he really did that, man. He is having a career year from the 3-point line. He's not attempting too many per game, but 3.6 attempts, 40% from 3. I'll take that any day of the week, bro. This guy can not only get into the paint, but he's showing an ability to knock down 3-point shots. His playmaking has improved. He's doing really well, man. I'm super excited to see if Victor Oladipo can get some clock in the playoffs, because I think it'll be really helpful for this team. This is our 10th man. I tweeted this. This is our 10th man dropping 40. That just shows the amount of depth that this team has. There is a world where you can possibly play 11 guys in the playoffs. We have the starters, but then you have Hero, you have Dedmon, you have Duncan, you have Gabe, you have Keith, you have Victor. And that is 6 more guys off the bench, excluding the 5 starters. So that is 11 players that you can possibly play in the playoffs. And obviously you're probably not going to run an 11-man rotation, so you're gonna have to pick and choose. You're gonna have to see based on stylistically which player is suited best for which team. I'm sure Spo and the coaching staff will figure that out, but I do want to see Victor Oladipo get some minutes, man, because I think he can be a really big asset for this team. As far as who we play in the first round, it's between Atlanta and Charlotte. Now obviously between the two, I would rather play Charlotte because they're obviously the inferior team in my opinion, but I know a lot of Heat fans want to play the best team possible. So, if we play Atlanta, I'm not really too fussed about it either. I think we can beat both of those teams. I I think Trae Young will be a tough test to handle, and so will LaMelo Ball, just because they play with a lot of pace. They have some of the best vision in the NBA. Trae is the NBA's points leader and assist leader. So as far as total points, not points per game, that goes to Joel Embiid. But he was having an incredible season. For the Hawks, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if John Collins will be back for the playoffs. If he is not, then that's a huge piece missing for them, because JC always seems to do well against the Heat. But the Hawks, as we saw, are going to be big on the glass, man. Clint Capella is going to be a handful. So if we switch onto the perimeter, it's going to be a lot of offensive rebounds we're going to have to prevent from allowing Clint Capella and Okongwu to get their hands on, because they're a pretty big team and a physical team down low with two brutes like Capella, Okongwu. But apart from that, I think we can cause some havoc defensively. I'm not sure they're the best. DeAndre Hunter is really their only defensive stalwart. I think Bogdanovich and Gallinari and Trae are all liabilities. Capella in the pick and roll can be a liability. At the rim, he's a pretty solid protector. Off the bench, Lou Will and DeLon Wright is a pretty small backcourt, undersized. They can get attacked. I know DeLon Wright is pretty gritty, but Lou Will, at this age, I don't think he has it defensively anymore. So they do have their weak spots. And I do think, late game offense, when you double Trae, who's really going to beat you? And, Bogdanovich had 25 against us, so you're gonna have to be wary of him, because he can be a second option on some nights that can drop 25 a game, but you're gonna have to live with that at times, because you don't want Trae to get hot. The Heat have shown that they're willing to do whatever it takes to double or triple team Trae if they need to. So that's an interesting test. The Charlotte Hornets, same thing, very similar. LaMelo Ball is going to be a key piece for them, trying to drive, dish. He can shoot for sure. He can basically do a little bit of everything, man. But his playmaking is his biggest asset. The Hornets defensively are atrocious, though. They're definitely worse than the Hawks. They gave up 144 on back-to-back nights. So defensively, they can really be gotten at. Gordon Hayward is also, he's not playing in the playing game, and I don't know what the status is for him playing in the playoffs, but whoever wins this game will be the 8th seed, if I'm not mistaken. Whoever wins this game will be fighting for the 7th seed. Whoever loses this game will face the loser of 7 and 8. So theoretically, we could still face the Nets or the Cavs in the first round. It probably most likely will be the Hawks or the Charlotte Hornets, because the Nets and the Cavs are in the 7-8 playing game. Whoever loses that will play winner of 9 and 10 to see who plays us in the first round. So we could see the Cavs in the first round. I would not mind the Cavs at all. I think Brooklyn will win. I think Brooklyn will be the 7th seed. So I don't think we'll have to really worry about playing Brooklyn, even though Brooklyn's defense is still atrocious. They just gave up 124 to Indiana. They're probably the toughest team to face out of all those 4 I just named, but I think they will win their first playing game. But yeah, the Cavs could also be there's a slight chance if the Cavs lose to the Brooklyn Nets, and if they beat the winner of Hawks and Hornets, they could play us in the first round as well. So, but my thinking is it'll most likely be between those 3 teams. But I expect it to be the Atlanta Hawks, because I think the Atlanta Hawks will beat them, will beat the Hornets, and probably beat the loser of Cavs Nets, which I think is probably going to be Cavs. So, I'm pretty confident, man. Kyle Lowry has said he's getting prepared for the real season. The real season is upon us, bro, and we have a nice gap. Obviously, Bam got into COVID protocols. He's out for like 5 days, so I think he'll be back. It's nothing too major for him. It's good rest though for the team. Jimmy, Bam, Kyle, Tyler, PJ, all rested. Strus didn't really play that much this game, if at all. I know Caleb didn't play, but I think Strus got like 2 minutes maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't think I saw him, but I think he might have checked in once just to be available, I guess. But yeah, man, I think that we are going to be confident going into the playoffs. We're riding on a high right now. I know we just lost, but it's kind of one of those games where no one really cared about, because both teams were just playing like shorthanded completely. So just one of those scratch games. But I think the team is riding on a high, and I think that we will be a force to reckon with come playoff time, especially if Victor Oladipo is showing what he can do right now come playoff time. And I hope he does get a spot in the playoffs. But yeah, that's where we're going to end the video. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Check out my second channel. I'll see y'all later as always. Peace.